Picture two images side by side. In the first, a gleaming AI system holds the strings of a white-coated physician puppet. Schedules set by algorithm. Productivity targets handed down by administrators. The physician performs. In the second, the physician holds the controls. The AI drafts the notes, fights the prior authorizations, routes after-hours messages. The physician thinks, leads, and finally practices medicine. Both futures are available right now. The difference is not the technology, it's who holds the strings. A generation of physicians sold their practices to large health systems on a promise: relief from the administrative machinery that had made independent practice unsustainable for them. Electronic health records built for billing, not the practice of medicine. Prior authorization requirements that devoured patient time. Payer contracts that squeezed reimbursements while costs climbed. The health system said it would carry all of that. Physicians believed them, so they signed. What followed was predictable in hindsight. WRVU targets that ratcheted upwards every year. Support staff quietly cut. Equipment that broke, stayed broken. The burden had not been removed, it had been repackaged in the service of an institution that had acquired physicians not as clinicians, but as revenue engines. Burnout spread at a scale that should alarm every patient in America. I know this not in the abstract. A physician I work with, a subspecialty internist, once a partner in a thriving practice before a health system acquisition, described years of accelerating pressure until one day at work, he lost consciousness. He doesn't remember falling. He remembers coming back. And in that moment, on the floor of a clinic his employer owned, the decision arrived without ambiguity. He was done. What he built afterwards, a small group practice on his own terms, produces multiples of his former income, more time off, and a pace of practice he describes as enjoyable. His patients seem to notice. Now comes the next chapter. Voices within healthcare administration, including, for example, Mitchell Katz, CEO of NYC Health and Hospitals, have begun arguing that AI can replace physician functions outright, not assist, replace. For a physician already employed by a large system, this is the logical endpoint of a trajectory that began the day the practice was sold. The puppet master changes, but the physician remains the puppet. Here is what they are not telling you. In the hands of an independent physician, the same AI tools become something entirely different. An ambient scribe that eliminates hours of after-hours charting, the automated prior authorization that clears the most demoralizing task in modern practice, intelligent routing of routine communications that frees staff to be genuinely present when a patient needs a human being. In a health system, AI efficiency flows upstream to the institution. Higher targets, leaner staffing, more factory. In an independent practice, those gains stay with the physician and the patient. The technology is identical. The outcome depends entirely on who controls it. The window is open. The administrative burdens that once required institutional infrastructure can now be handled by tools a small practice can own and direct. The barriers to independence are lower than they have probably ever been. But as AI embeds itself deeper into health system operations, the leverage physicians carry today will erode. The time to act is not after that process is complete. Which future you inhabit is still a choice. Choose carefully, but choose now.